with me on my first trip to Belize. Not only is my first trip to Belize, but it's my first trip to South America, and it is my first solo international trip ever.
It's going to be roughly a 15-minute flight to San Pedro. Aircraft is a Britain Norman Islander equipped with 3 emergency exits, 1 to the rear, 2 forward. Seatbelts on at all times. Sit back, relax, enjoy.
All I know is he had an accent, and I was here for it. So when you get to Belize, you arrive at this really small airport. You gotta go through customs, all that jazz. Give them your passport. They ask you how long you're there for. Fill out the customs form. By the way, bring your own pen. It took me forever to find a pen. This is leaving Belize, headed over to San Pedro. Once you take flight, as you can see, beautiful waters, crystal clear, seeing straight through. So I knew I was in for a good time once I got to San Pedro. Also, this little town right here, accidentally walked through it trying to find a library. Do not recommend. You might be wondering why exactly I was looking for a library. I do like to read on my vacations, and I decided to walk around and follow the GPS, and it didn't quite pan out the way I wanted to. P.S. There is no library on the entire San Pedro Island. Found that out the hard way. Did I mention this is also my first time staying in a hostel ever? So this trip was just full of first times. This is the dorm I stayed in, Toucan dorm. It was like 9 beds in there, I think. It was 12. For the most part, everybody was pretty cool. It was an awesome experience. Most of the people I talked to said that the hostels that they stayed in didn't have these little curtains, didn't have locked storage. I did have to go and buy my own lock for my storage under the bed. I had number 3. Getting up and down there, okay, I am 5'6", but I'm a big 5'6", okay, so that was a lot. This is the hardware store where I came to get my lock, right around the corner from the hostel that I stayed in. Also, I did get me a pocket knife from there as well. They had everything, literally everything. You can see that there are go-karts. Nobody really drives cars. I think I saw a few vans. Some of the taxis were vans, but everywhere was a go-kart or a bike. I walked up and down this strip multiple times there. This is Jazzy's. They had the best smoothies on the island per me. The guy who was helping me was super nice. I know I was bothering the heck out of him because I went during the World Cup, and every time I walked up there, he had his TV and he was hooping and hollering, and I just wanted a smoothie. This is a fried jack. That jack was bussin'. This is Chuck and Robbie's, directly diagonal to the hostel, a literal hop, skip, and jump. I do recommend them. The one right across from the hostel is a little bit more expensive. Not a little bit more, like $60 more for the exact same thing, and they were awesome. This is my attempt at vlogging. Y'all, I don't vlog, so enjoy. Ambergris Caye. We're about to go on an excursion. We're gonna do some snorkeling over at Ho Chan, and then we're gonna go to Shark Ray Alley. A little bit nervous about that, but I went with Chuck and Robbie's. It's freaking beautiful out here. Let's go see. It's a beautiful day. They told me that the water was going to be better today than yesterday. It's freaking clear. The excursion's not till 9, but they said it could be here at 30. But there's a lot of different excursions going on. People going diving, which one I'm doing. I am not diving. Yeah. Oh, there's my stuff. Checking out these. I had to go back to the hotel to pick up my towel. I thought they sold towels, but they don't sell towels. So I bought this towel at a store up the street from the hotel, from the hostel. Terrible. Thank you.
So these guys are ready, Brandon?
Oh, we're ready?
Yeah, she's with you as well. Oh,
Hi.
okay. Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Bring our stuff on the boat.
You can, or if you want, you can leave it on behind the
Where are you going? Wait a second. I wasn't prepared. I thought I still had a minute. I can't breathe. Oh, yeah, pink one. Give me the pink one.
So first boat to the left.
Okay. Oh, that's a lot of folks. Oh, Huh.
Guys, hold on to your hats today. I don't know what you love your hat, but I know they don't say Belize on it.
Huh.
Might not turn around for it. Nice jacket up here.
Oh, it's too big. I got.
Hand up here. Yep. Need a hand. Watch your head there. You're coming down. Get one. Got this.
Mr. Man accent had me in a chokehold, okay? Anxiety.
Hand up there. Get her closer. You want to take your time, but be aggressive.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Guys, this is where we
Did I mention I get motion sick? So this right here had me a little queasy, but we have fun.
nobody's taking any fish out of the area, poaching. Taking any sand, coral, anything. The shells. This is a good channel. You never know. There's bigger things with them. Their eyes are like a camera lens. They'll always be looking at you like the paparazzi. They'll follow you around, take a bunch of pictures. Blink at you.
Yes, I was giggling. Everything he said was funny because he was cute and mind your business. And yes, I know I look crazy, but we here for the experience. We're not here to look cute.
You know, life jacket there, you good, right hand going, just here in your man. Just for the fish. There you go. There you go. One foot over, next foot over. And I just plop on in. It's a little bit shallow, so be careful.
So this is the first friend I made at Ho Chin. This area, right when you get off the boat, is the only place where you can actually step down. So the coral reef is protected. You can't stand anywhere else. Oh, and that's my best friend. We cool to this day. Bye, turtle. No, but for real, turtles are my favorite animal, so I was super excited to get to see one. He said sometimes you'll go out there and you won't see them, so I was a little nervous. Here, my camera in this little case under the water started getting real funky, so I was trying to figure it out, but it wasn't really working, y'all. So the next time I was actually able to get it to work, we had completely skipped over Ho Chan, and now we are at Shark Ray Alley. It took me forever to get in this water, y'all. I'm not even playing with you. I sat on the boat after everybody jumped in for a minute because it was, I mean, it's sharks. I don't know what you want me to do. Eventually I jumped in, and then I started getting a little close. You see how close they are? They were supposed to be that close. The water was pushing me towards them, and I had a literal panic attack. Okay, I'm screaming in the water with the snorkel in my mouth, and so I'm screaming. I get back on the boat and they said, "Oh, we heard you cussing up a storm. You were scared." I said, "Wait, I was under the water. I didn't know y'all could hear me." He said, "Yeah, but the sound is coming through the top of your snorkel." When I tell y'all I was embarrassed, are you embarrassed? Yes, I was. So after that little adventure, I just sat on the pier across from the hostel and got some food and just relaxed. And this little guy showed up, sat next to me for quite some time. I wasn't sure exactly what he wanted. Turned out
He really just wanted my food. On this island, there are a lot of stray dogs. I haven't seen any attack anybody. They're super friendly. Most of them have collars, which means they came from somewhere. They live somewhere. They just got out the yard and they wander about, find food, and go back to their owners.
Bite me. No, I'm just gonna hang out. I'm gonna move, and then I guess we can see where this goes from here. It's not nice to bite people, so just want you to know that. Let me get my things, okay? Have a good night. Buddy. Probably smell my food. Oh, okay. And we're up. What am I supposed to do with you, child? What? What? You smell it, don't you? You can't have that. I don't even know whose dog you are. And why are you walking with me? No. Go on with your business. Shoot. Okay. What am I supposed to do with you? You gotta go somewhere. You cannot come with me. I do not live here. I do not have a home for you. I do not have a home for you. I do not live here. You gotta go home. Shut up. Hi. Okay. You know them?
So he eventually moved on to another family with food, and they shooed him away. And I went back in the hostel. And the next day, I actually went to Secret Island. So stay tuned for part 2. Now that was fun.